Hi guys, my name is Dr. Miner, and welcome back to Who's the Richest Video Game Character Part 2. After a 3-4 months break, well that was long, my laptop broke down and everything I didn't back up was lost, which was everything. Which is why we now have this brand new avatar, background, and that's about it. Some quality has unfortunately stayed the same. I haven't rewrote my script, which was way too long and incredibly boring, since 50% of everything is just this character's currency is this value and their wage is this, but for some reason I spent it like a high school student filling up a word count. So for those guys, I just show the data here like this. Yep, just like that. Done. Well, there goes another one. I bet no one even cares about these losers. You're just here for your own favorites and the number one character anyway. So welcome to Who's the Richest Video Game Character Remastered Edition. Though actually I don't even think this counts as a remaster, it is just the second episode. There's not even that much improvement. You know, this intro is already too long, start the video, just get on with the video. And number 20 is Mr. Video Game himself, Mario. And yes, that is his legal name. And I know. I had a joke here, but I don't remember it. Well, my work for this character had gotten greatly cut in half since in the last video, which you should watch if you haven't. Like and subscribe. You disliked it. That's fair. We've already established a coin to be $2.5. And someone else from a company called Gangplank had already spent the time to count the number of coins in each Mario game during 2017, and they totaled at 10,071,473 coins in total. Which I'll just believe is true because I do not have the time to do that myself, nor the money because I don't own a Switch. This list is unfortunately outdated as it missed out on Mario Odyssey as well as New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Switch, since they hadn't been released yet. But we can simply estimate the coins using previous games as referenced by the number of levels, so that's an additional 18,842 points. Then to 100% Mario Odyssey, which is playing Mario just up and down, you need a total of 98,398 coins, which makes Mario net worth a total of 10,188,713 coins, which I will just round out to 10,200,000 coins, just to compensate for any coins that we have missed out, such as the coins in Bowser Fury addition to the Mario 3D World pod, which is really just an add-on to fulfill Miyamoto's cat obsession. As Mario, after all of his adventures and collecting all of the coins, his net worth would be $25,500,000. For reference, a plumber in Italy on average will only get to make $2 million at retirement, so it makes sense Mario quit his plumber job. For a little bit, he was probably just taking a short break. The next game on the list is Red Dead Redemption Online, which is another one with a straightforward calculation, so we'll just place the list here. This game takes place in the late 19th century and has one of the highest currency value, which makes sense. Then the fastest way to make money yields $1,000 an hour, as shown by Silent Core, albeit with a time scale of 30, which finalizes to 1,265,733 and a third of a dollar in the in-game 1898 terms, or $34,174,800 in real life. Now we're going to move from the 1890s to a game that takes place in the present time, Sims 4. In Sims 4, by judging pizza prices, 25 simoleons make what would be $11 in the real world, hence a simoleon is worth 44 cents. The quickest method of making the most simoleon in the Sims just happens to be by painting. Who knew the rich artist stereotype? In game, there are plenty of factors which influence how much a painting will sell, but once again someone else has done my work for me. As forum user TrueSimmer95 did an experiment analyzing the averages of how much you would get per each type of painting with the highest level in painting skill as well as all the traits that boost the selling price. His conclusion was that the surrealist paintings can provide the highest profit value of 4,142 simoleons per painting. Large paintings take 4 hours to produce, and we just need to multiply the wage of 1,035.5 simoleons per hour by 1,726 hours per year, then multiply by 51 years, since Sims are allowed to start painting as teens, which hopefully does not constitute as child labor. Then they will have made a total of 91,150,923 simoleons on retirement, or $40,106,406.12 in the non-simulation world, the one we're in. For our fourth character of the day, it's time for our third Mario character, Big Boy Bowser. And Bowser, being the big boy that he is, has big boy calculations because of his wealthiness. And he's not afraid to show it off, decking out not only with fortresses, helicopter airships, he even has trains of gold, the ultimate flex of this map. We already gone through the worth of a castle in the Mario world in our last video when we were going through Peach's net worth, with a small castle to be worth 14,100 coins, while a large castle to be worth 1,2607,661 coins. Bowser's castle, unlike Peach's, do not feature a basement, at least as far as we can tell, so we're discounting that off for 1,142,720.28 points per big boy castle instead, which Bowser has 5 of, in addition to 14 small castles. This already provides Bowser with 5,911,001.4 coins in assets. But we're not done yet. Remember his airships? Well, there's not much to go off of to find the value of helicopter ships. They are very much based on flutes, Dutch sailing vessels that all media seem to portray their designs of ships off of. The standard price of a flute in the 19th century was $600,000 in today's terms, which is what I will be using for Bowser's flutes as well. I'm not going to consider how much it would cost to craft the technology of flying ships, but I'll just take it as magic school past magic, just making them work somehow. Because magic clearly must be the only explanation when these airships fly in space when there's no air. But before we start counting those ships, I've tacked on a little change for the quote-unquote realism because I like making things difficult for myself. Remember in the previous video when I mentioned the buildings in the Mario world are just ridiculously low compared to the cost of buildings in real life? I'll be taking this as the construction discount. Maybe since bricks and metals are literally as prominent as coins in the Mario world, it wouldn't be a surprise that the cost of construction would be much cheaper when resources pretty much grow on trees. The construction discount can be found by comparing how much a square meter of a building costs in real life and compare them to Mario Bros. In real life, it's about $1,230, while only $310 in the Mario world, which gives a 75% discount basically. Hence, Bowser's flutes are only worth $150,000. Counting airships from each game, Bowser has a total of 62 airships, which makes his air force worth $9,300,000. But still, I'm not done yet. There's also Bowser's land force, his 3 trains that he has for some reason, one of which is made for gold. By comparing them to one of the world's largest steam locomotive, the big boy itself, we can use pixel measurements to calculate that Bowser's locomotive, by size comparison, is worth $10,944,827.60. As for the gold train, we do know the worth of pure gold in the Mario world. And the Luigi's Mansion, where we follow Leprechaun Mario into Big Boy Blue's Big Boy Mansion filled with so many shiny objects that you'll forget this was a trap to begin with. Anyway, you get to pick up gold bars in this game, which using pixel measurements again, this gold bar is worth 20 coins in terms of G, the game's unit of money, and weighs 237 kilograms. Hence, if we replace the 345,600 kilograms of steel in Bowser's train to gold, we can get the value of the gold train to be 71,637 coins, totaling up Bowser's net worth to $48,146,251.20. And number 16 is our Wall and Gal, Thief and Alex from Minecraft. Now an emerald in Minecraft is only worth $15.30. Not surprising when they're worth only like a bundle to carry. The fastest way to make emeralds in the newest Minecraft version is a raid farm as shown by Razor. By using his setup with a villager, a bed, a dot and a tower from which raiders can spawn and drop in, this system allows you to generate 3,500 emeralds per real-time hour, as long as you have a pillager outpost nearby to get Bad Omen, or at least a short trip to fill up the time between the time needed for a raid victory to expire. While it can be argued that this is technically exploiting how the game spawns in raiders and should count as using a glitch, farms like this are such a big part of Minecraft that I just have to keep it in. Pretty sure it's still a war crime to farm off killing captured enemies though. Oh no.
Steve was a war criminal.
Moving on from the fact that this setup breaks the Geneva Convention, a day in Minecraft is 20 minutes in real life, hence translating to a timescale of 72. Then by using simple maths, you should net 3,943,431 emeralds in 47 Minecraft years, which is $60,334,494.30 in real life. Even with all that money, you still can't get any diamonds since the 1.8 update, or slightly less than 400 grams of the lowest quality diamonds in real life, which would be the weight of one Minecraft diamond. Moving on to our next character is Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. Now the worth of a Final Fantasy VII Gale, the currency, is slightly more complicated because the only items in the game are stuff like potions and not actual food which exists in real life, so I made a workaround. While Final Fantasy VII does not feature purchasable items with real-world substitute, another game, Final Fantasy XIV does, as well as items which exist in Final Fantasy VII. Hence I took the Final Fantasy XIV's guild worth of 7.6 cents, then I compared the prices of potions in both games to get the guild worth in Final Fantasy VII to be 4 cents. So really when I say complicated, I only meant doing the same steps twice. Now in the remake of Final Fantasy VII, you get to replay Chapter 16 in the post-game to enter the Shinra building. Then by repeatedly massacring the enemies there, you can efficiently net 140,000 gills in an hour. As for the time scale of Final Fantasy VII, I'll be using a slightly unorthodox method to measure, so just stick with me here. The game takes place over a period of 43 days, which we can match up to 34 hours, the time required for casual completion, and this gives us a time scale of roughly 30.35. For the final part of the equation, we know Cloud is 21 years old, so we just need to put in 44 years for years work, then we arrive at a total of 2,379,741,705 gills obtained by Cloud, which translates to an amazing value of $95,189,668.20. Next is Booker the Wind from Bioshock Infinite, which I have shown at the start of the episode, which is great for me because I didn't even know what Bioshock is before researching for the episode. In short, you can make money really quickly by using a method shown by PowerPix, linked in the description below. Then if Booker DeWitt completely ignores the plot of the game, whatever that is, and just make money since 38 his age until retirement, they will retire with $186,408,000 in game, or $108,738,000 in actual money. Then we also have Saints Row 2, another game which I showed at the top, and another game that I have no idea what it's about before researching on it, since I was just adding whatever games had a currency system to fill over 30 games, you know. Summarize, you play as somewhat of a kingpin slash mafia crime boss who gets to take over the fictional city of Stillwater, which is basically Detroit, and you make money using two methods, owning all the streets and getting protection money, and the hostage diversion minigames, which in total makes an annual wage of $17,026,198 per year, which I imagine will need a huge money laundering team. A pound burger is sold for $50 in game, which you should be able to buy in real life for $8, which calculates to a huge depreciation of $1 in Saints Row 2, being only worth 16 real life cents. Finally, the player character known as Playa, or also known as the boss, because clearly these guys put as much effort into naming their character as Nintendo put into naming Mario's last name, is at least 24 years old at the beginning of the game. Hence, as they retire at 65, they would have made a total of $698,074,118 in-game dollars, or $111,691,858.90 in the real world. Now I'm just going to skip ahead to number 11 on a while because it's another boring one, The Witcher. And I'm not saying that The Witcher is bad or anything, it's just I don't have much to talk about. A crown in Witcher is 26 cents, and the best way to make those crowns is to, instead of playing The Witcher like you were supposed to be in the game and kill monsters and helping people and whatnot, you just follow that and become the mass murderer of everyone at Mount Crane Castle as shown by Dinatrus, which grants 85,000 crowns per hour, which will need to be divided by 15 in calculation for the time scale, though we're not exactly working for only 47 years, as one of Witcher's famous traits is that they have much longer lifespans than humans, so we need to extend the numbers a bit. While there's no canonical lifespan of the Witcher, the oldest Witcher, Wesemir, I assume that's how you pronounce his name, has known to be lived around 150 years old before he died. I searched online and most people agree that Witchers probably have a lifespan of around 200 years. Hence, scaling a retirement age of 65 years for the current human lifespan of 80 years would give a retirement age of roughly 160 years during a 200-year-old lifespan. Hence, this gives roughly 70 more years before Gerald would retire, which is enough for Gerald to make 684,646,667 crowns, or $178,008,133.40, drawn from the blood of people that were just minding their own business. For our final character for the day, in the dozenth place, we have the villager from Animal Crossing. Now Animal Crossing New Horizons has really revolutionized capitalism, with the new mechanic of visiting islands allowing for capturing exotic wildlife animals for money until you inevitably cause their extinction by overcatching, just like real life. But if you have no idea what I'm talking about, warning for those with arachnophobia, you may skip to the timestamp here, because I am talking about the Tarantula Island strategy, which is also called Scorpion Island during summertime. This strategy revolves around the Tarantula and its summoned variant, the Scorpion, which can be sold for 2,000 bells each when caught. By the way, the bells are worth 1.5 cents each. The easiest method to find these rare bugs is to travel to other islands and empty the location to allow Tarantulas to spawn. With a completely filled up inventory and good luck, you have caught 37 Tarantulas worth a total of 296,000 bells. Now the problem comes more from how many times you can do this. As you travel to other islands, you need to get Nook Miles tickets, which can be acquired using 2,000 Nook Miles, basically good boy points you can get from completing milestones and achievements. Now I'm not gonna bore you with all the math, In short, once you've collected every Nook Mile from Nook Stock, Stamp Cards, and Nook Miles Plus within 47 years, you will have received over 50 million Good Boy points for 25,447 trips, which allows you to get 7,532,312,000 bells worth of bucks. In addition, there's also the interest rate you can get by depositing bells in the Bank of Nook, which gives a 0.05% interest, which caps at 9,999 bells, which of course Tom Nook's does, so you can get more money off of your own money. The interest comes in monthly, and if you do the math, you only need slightly more than 2 months to have so many bells that 0.05% of those savings are higher than 10,000 bells. Hence, adding on another 47 years of savings totals up to 7,537,951,436 bells, or $113,069,271.50. Well, of course, you can still get bells from other daily tasks other than catching tarantulas, which may or may not be covered by the mandatory spending of bells that occurs to progress the game, such as paying off debts and inviting new villagers. But as this is the best form of estimation I had while actually playing the game myself due to financial and time constraints, this is what I will make do with. So I guess the lesson of the day is, doing crime pays really well in video games. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the final richest character is a warlord or something. I may already know who they are, but you don't, so you better stick around for the next video. No promises when that will come out, because I am a complete mess. So if you liked the video or didn't, completely fair, you may tell me in the comments what you liked, how I can improve, or how much I suck. Have a great day, and see you next time.